Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nerd Collision. I'm Eddie, that's Brandon, that's Ray, and that's Britt. And today we're going to be giving our spoiler review of The Last of Us Season 1, Episode 1, When You're Lost in the Darkness.
That's right.
All right, so this is going to be our spoiler review, so we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Now, in 2003, a fungal virus sparks a global pandemic and turns the victims into bloodthirsty attackers. Joel flees with his daughter Sarah as the virus starts to spread, but she is killed by a soldier who attacks them, whilst Joel is saved by his brother Tommy. 20 years later, the virus has ravaged the world. Joel lives in the Boston quarantine zone managed by the Federal Disaster Response Agency, also known as FEDRA, as a smuggler with his partner Tess. When Tommy fails to contact them from his location in Wyoming, they try to buy a car battery from a local dealer, but it is instead sold to the Fireflies, a rebel group that opposes Fedra. Attempting to retrieve it, they find the deal has gone awry, and Marlene, the Fireflies' wounded leader, begs Joel and Tess to take young Ellie to the Massachusetts State House in exchange for supplies. They are caught by a soldier while sneaking out, and Ellie stabs him when he tests them for infection. When the soldier tries to shoot her, Joel beats him to death. Tess realizes Ellie is affected, but Ellie promises them that she will not turn. They enter a biological contamination area to flee the pursuing Fedra soldiers. And that is where we end this episode. And I thought this was a fantastic opening for this series. I really enjoyed it. There was so much tension that was built up in that car scene. I was like literally screaming at my screen because I was just so nervous with everything that was going on. And I think the part that freaked me out so much is like, we're in 2023 right now. We're just starting to somewhat get over, or I guess get used to the pandemic that we experienced with
Or
COVID
are
and
we?
everything. And, now seeing how this is playing out with a fungal virus. And as we all know, with funguses, there's no cure. So that makes it even freakier. So I'm just like, oh my gosh. But this was so good. I enjoyed this. I can't wait to see what else comes out this season with this series. But what did you guys think?
Oh,
Uh,
I'll go. I loved it. As someone who has played and seen the game, even though I haven't played it recently, it's been a while. I first want to say they did a great job of just like the scenery that we were getting. It very was very true to the games. They was like doing like side by side photos online, and it looks very well. The casting was amazing. Um, the one thing that I loved about the game is like it's not just about the affected. It's really about the story about the people dealing with all of this and trying to find their way back. The casting let me just say, Pedro, that man can do no wrong. I There's nothing he's done that I have not liked. From Game of Thrones all the way to this, he's just amazing. Perfect casting for Joel. And he had think like in the first episode there was like Eddie said, such tension, such emotion. And I really have hope, and I'm looking forward to watching this series going forward. I don't have like a ton to say, but I really love how well it looks like the game. Like even them escaping towards the end, like how they have like they go into the bus, try to just like that whole setup is really good. I know the actress who plays Joe's daughter was probably getting flack and everything online. It's nothing new. We've seen it all before. Hope we can see more of her like in flashbacks, and I hope for the actress going forward, this opens up new doors for her. She gets more opportunities, and overall, I really enjoyed this very much. Exactly. I very much enjoyed this, and I'm very excited for what's to come.
Absolutely, I agree 110%. Alrighty, Britt.
Man, let me tell you, it did not deviate away from the game. It may have as far as expansion on the backstory because look, we ain't know who Sarah was. Like we just know she was Joel's daughter, but then now you get to know her like she's doing all these things, and I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna hit so much harder, and it did. And like, let me say this. For those of you fanboys who like to complain, could you please shut the fuck up? I am so tired of hearing the word woke. I really am at this point. Nothing was woke. Oh, because Sarah is black and blah blah. Is she black? She could be Afro Latina, all you know. And I'm sure Joel was a straight conservative Christian Republican white in the damn game. And now he's Hispanic in the show. And they have done very well. So shut the fuck up. Shut up. I'm so tired of y'all. And I need Max Payne, Assassin's Creed people, Tom Holland, you and all your Uncharted friends. This is how you do a video game adaptation. This is how you do it. Don't do any of that other bullshit. Like, this is why this is successful and yours have failed. You didn't stay true to it. That's why. And then we're getting to an older. Listen, Pedro. Hola, ¿cómo estás? You are a beautiful man. I love you to the ends of the earth. My God, just seeing the gray hair on him makes him look distinguished. But all in all, it didn't really deviate from the game. It just gave more of an expansion backstory, if anything, which is what it needed to do. So I can't wait. They're saying that this whole season one is game one. I'm like, that's crazy. Why? Don't nobody want. You know what? Never mind. I ain't even gonna talk on it. Go ahead, Brandon.
As someone who has played both games multiple times, literally has action figures of these two bitches in the corner of my room, I can only say from the bottom of my heart, 10 out of 10. Why not? The show was fucking fantastic from start to finish. The only thing I did not like is how they changed the whole Spore thing, because the Spore plot was the whole thing that made Ellie so interesting. I'm just going to provide a little clarity. If you don't want my clarity, skip to the end of the video. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So in the game, right, Ellie basically is immune. We already know that from the end of this episode. She also is immune to the spores. Now, the spores in the game, if you inhale these spores, basically you're done. That's why they wear gas masks in the game. If your gas mask breaks, bitch, just pull out the gun and shoot, because it's over for you, girl. You're gonna become one of them. Them taking that out, I kind of get it. For the sake of a television adaptation, you got to switch things around. Not everything is going to mesh well, because if you just copy and paste, it's going to be kind of boring. I get that. So I respect the change, and I welcome it. I'm hoping that I also enjoyed how they gave Sarah a little bit more depth, because we didn't see her walking around and do everything. When you start the game, you're just a little Caucasian girl in the house, and you're just like, child, what the hell is going on here on this day? I was just here in my whitey tighties, just sitting with my pa and having a decent time, and then he had to go with Uncle Tommy, and now on Channel 10 it's saying that there are looters in the street, and people are eating people. what in tarnation? What in tarnation is going on in here? Yeehaw! And you see an explosion outside, you start freaking out. You're white, you're blonde, you're scared. And then there's a man that comes towards you, and you're terrified. Your daddy comes home, and and everything from the ride out of the house. I'm gonna tell y'all, they got that down to a T. I was so shook that they got that down to a T. From the signs that they go past, the driving in the car, the houses that they pass, the people going, wait, stop. All that shit happens in the video game. So I was like really shook that they got that down. I was like, oh my God, it's literally like reliving the video game over again. So I was really happy to see that. And I'm glad that they gave Sarah a little bit more depth of a character, so you fall in love with her a little bit more. And it's unfortunate that she passed so early on. I kind of would like to have seen what would have molded out of her if she had survived 20 years later, what she would have looked like, how her personality would have been. Maybe she would have changed and things like that. But that's something we'll never know. I'm not going to give y'all too much on Joel because y'all will eventually find out. I'll just say that, first of all, y'all need to stop getting on my girl, okay? Bella Ramsey, listen, she's not Zendaya. I understand that. I understand that, okay? But she is a 19-year-old girl, okay? My God, y'all act like they got Miss Swan to play her. I don't understand what's wrong with y'all. What is wrong with y'all? It's like y'all bitches can never be happy. Do you want her to have big triple D tits and go, Joe, you gotta take me to Washington, Daddy?
Baby.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want, you fucking weirdos? So she doesn't look exactly like Ellie. Bitch, she's a fucking video game character. She wasn't modeled after anybody, dumbass. And usually when they get video game models to model their characters, they get some other bitch to voice them. And the bitch who looks like the bitch can't even speak a lick of English. Like the motherfucker from Resident Evil. They got some twink to do the model for Leon, and he speaks girl. Always in the comments talking about woke this, woke that. That is the most overused shit. Bitch, y'all are woke. Okay, y'all are woke. And y'all need to go back the fuck to sleep. Go to bed. We're tired of y'all always typing, yammering away on your little internet that you didn't pay for and talking all your bullshit. I'm sick and tired of y'all bitches. Oh, race this, race that, race. Just enjoy the fucking program. If you don't want to fucking watch it, go watch Friends like every other fucking white person, bitch. Fuck. I am sick and tired of this racist bullshit, y'all. Like, it really gets on my nerves. And not to provide too much context, I literally was just telling these lovely people about another racist AI art page that wanted to show their ass and block me because I called them out for not having a little bit of seasoning in their pictures. Disgusting.
If you don't have seasoning, you're bland. Like, there's no taste at all. Like, you're just a wall. You're nothing. Go ahead, Brandon.
I'm sorry. I just needed to take a second because I'm just like so mad at these bitches. Congratulations, y'all got me riled up. Is that what y'all wanted, internet? But guess what? You're not going to win for long because guess what? I'm going to have the last laugh at the end of the day because I'm not going to be geriatric and full of shit and be in a nursing home because no one loves me. Y'all are. So keep that in mind when you want to talk shit about someone's kid and say, oh, the LGBT, because guess what? That shit is in your house right now and you don't even fucking know it. The T, the G, the B, and the L. All of it. The Q, all of the letters. The alphabet mafia is in the house. The call's coming from inside the house.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, back to the show. So I'm looking forward to the clickers. Tess is giving me a mixture of Toni Collette and Jane Lynch. I'm getting that. I'm getting a little bit of that. Um, I now I have to look this up because let's see. I believe. Let me see. I just have to look this up real quick. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. Take your time.
Okay, so fun fact for everyone: the person who played Merlene in the show is the same person who played Merlene in the game.
Yep.
And she said in her interview, "Bitch, I was shook that they fucking casted me because they could have casted anybody else," and which is true because listen, they will replace you in a. They can have another you in a minute at HBO. They will replace you like that. Let me tell you something. Little unrelated. Y'all know my dog Marish from Law and Order. She was supposed to be the big titty hoe that helped the Power Rangers, okay, get their powers back. The one
Oh
who
yeah.
made the eagle noises. They replaced her. They replaced her because she wanted to spend time with their kids for Christmas. That's just a pure example of how Hollywood don't care. If you want to go, you can go. But guess what, honey? There's going to be someone in that trailer tomorrow.
Yep. Every time.
It's just crazy how they do shit like that. But anyway, I get it at the end of the day because it's just a money making machine. To me, it's a little bit immoral, but I get it. It's a money making machine. And when you're a part of it, you're a part of it. But I'm happy for her that she got to replay the role that she fell in love with. She did a fantastic job. Wouldn't change a thing about her performance whatsoever. Um, who else impressed me? Tommy, Gabriel, ooh, that man. Ooh, that man. The things I would do to him. Listen, 20% off his OnlyFans. Hashtag code Tommy.
Damn.
I wasn't ready for
OnlyFans.
that. I wasn't ready for that. I'm ready to subscribe, but I wasn't ready for that.
It's never like that with me. It's never like that with me. And to Pedro Pascal, Poppy Mando. To you, I say estoy enamorado de ti. Yes, I am in love with you, sir. I am. Yes, I am so in love with you because every single time you speak, the heart eyes in the cartoons. Okay, every time I just there's just something that's so charismatic and charming about you. I can see why, you know, Dan and whatever his face is, the two gay men from Game of Thrones, the showrunners who have beards, were just so in love with you when they found you off of Jack. That you did a great job. A great job.
Yes, he did.
Mm.
Yes.
Looking forward to seeing who Troy Baker is. I know that the girl who played Ellie, I believe her real name is like Ashley or something like that. She's supposed to be playing Ellie's mom. So that's probably going to be a little flashback that we get. But I'm glad that Neil incorporated in his own way, and he probably had like, you know, his own little influence because he's the creator. So I'm sure he had his own little influence of who he wanted to be a part of this project. And I'm glad that, you know, the main pieces of the puzzle are involved. Now, one thing that I was not fond of, and I know is probably coming, Henry and Sam. Henry and Sam are two black characters in the game. Okay. And in the show, they made a minor change to Henry, I believe. No, was it Sam? I believe Sam's the younger brother. They made him deaf, and he's played by a deaf actor. So I'm just gonna say this. I hope that things are a little bit different. And Lord, y'all trying to break heartstrings, making a black child deaf. Like, come on now, come on. They really want that award. But other than that, my only wishes is for this show to succeed. I hope that they actually use like old school prosthetics to make the creatures and stuff like that. I'm sure there's gonna be some CGI involved, obviously. You know, it's a big show. They want this to be like their new Game of Thrones for wintertime, and I'm not mad at it. But like for things like the bloater and stuff like that, I would like a more practical approach for the monsters of the show, at least, just to make it more interesting, giving some of that old Hollywood flair, if you will, with 80s movies and stuff like that. I want to see some, guts and stuff like that. I don't want to see no CGI blood and shit like that. I want to see some real shit. I don't want it to look like AMC's The Walking Dead. Yeah, I'm reading y'all because some of y'all shit was just tacky. Some of y'all shit was like, ooh, that's kind of gross. But most of y'all shit was just like, oh, girl, that is so fake, girl. That was made on Photoshop, girl. So that's all I have to say on that. And I'm looking forward to the next 8 episodes. So, yeah.
All right.
I have a
Sounds
question.
good, guys. Yeah.
Why are they doing the whole first video game this whole season? Why? Why couldn't we just break it up into 2-3 seasons? What are we immediately going for a video game 2 on the second season? No, I don't want that.
Possibly.
Allegedly.
I don't want that at
Neo
all.
did say that.
Then what? We're just gonna make a 2-season show and that's it? That's dumb. Why not do it to where, hey, let's look at what happened in between 1 and 2 before we get to, all the shit that happens, because Joel's not gonna survive 1 episode of season 2.
Well, this is only speculative on my end, but I mean, they could probably just take what the game gave us and just like expand upon that. Like we've seen adaptations before done poorly. I think with this, I think there's room for them to not rush everything out, but get that out the way and then just carry the story on from there in their own way. The reviews I've seen so far, just the first episode, but they have been overwhelmingly positive. So that's my speculation of something that they could do. Get the first game out the way, and then maybe they'll do the first game, this whole season, and then for the second season, they may split it up, or they may finish that out, and just like I said, just take the story and just kind of just expand upon that. I mean, there's again speculation on my part, but that's something I could see them doing.
Right. And also, the money's kind of funny over there over at the HBO Mighty Max.
Yep.
So, they pinching pennies over there, so they gotta watch how they spend them coins. So.
Oh Lord! Instead of real trees, you gonna get the dollar store fake trees. That's, you gotta save money somewhere.
As far as like the scenery, it looks pretty damn good. I don't know.
Yeah.
As far as like real, like them being actually on set, it was like CGI. I don't think I saw any CGI. As far as like the set goes, it just looked pretty damn real. Maybe towards the end when they like did like the span of the city, like in ruins, that's probably like sort of CGI. But we'll see. Like from what they show, like the little preview for the upcoming episodes, it looks like they probably they filmed like this like in like a actual location somewhere. It looks good to me. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do, what they include, what they change going forward with the characters. Like the strongest part about this show is going to be the story between Ellie and Joel. That's the whole thing, tying this whole thing together.
Right. All right, guys. Well, this is a very good review. Anything else before we wrap
Gonna
up?
speak Spanish? I need Joel to say something in Spanish.
I would love
Let them know.
El infectado.
Also, I want to give kudos to the actress playing Ellie because we have
Yes.
seen her since Game of Thrones. Even though she doesn't look like the character, like Brandon very plainly pointed out in great detail, even though he shouldn't have had to,
Mhm.
about the character. But she's a great actress. I'm happy to see her again. I'm really excited to see what she does with the role, with the character.
Pedro don't look like Joel at all. They were like, you know what? We are going to add a little spice to Joel.
Yes.
We're not going to make him
Like I said,
white. We
Pedro
are
is
going to make him
Actor,
Hispanic.
so like
He's not even technically white on the show. Like he's brown. That man is tan.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
but
They
Pedro did
try to
such a great
justify
job
it.
capturing just within the first episode has done such a great job of capturing who Joe is and what he's gone through.
Mhm.
Like I said, we're not worried about the haters. We never are. These are the comment section you want to. I'm just really excited for the show going forward, and I cannot wait to see what happens next.
Exactly.
Damn.
Exactly.
Thing is, I already know what's going to happen
Oh,
next.
well, right, we know,
Well, now see.
but still, I'm
see.
still excited to see.
That's enough.
Okay.
Thank you.
Britt said, let me flip the table real quick.
Like, I'm going to let y'all know that you should already know what's going to happen. You know?
We know. Alrighty, guys. Well, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up right here. Thank you guys so much for watching our spoiler review of The Last of Us Season 1, Episode 1. Please remember to like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let us know what you guys saw of this episode. Also, remember to click the bell button for notifications so that you know whenever we have new videos here on the channel. And please follow Nerd Collision on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Once again, I'm Eddie. That's Brandon. That's Ray. And that's Britt. We are Nerd Collision, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to us, motherfuckers. All right.